Good morning. This week's parasha is named after the ultimate troublemaker and rebel, Korach. Korach rebels against Moshe and Aaron because he wants the power, he wants to be in charge. He creates a full-blown mutiny, and it doesn't end well for him and his buddies. Negative energy and rebellions can travel far. It's far easier for people to sign a complaint letter and to get people to join in with you or some negative petition than to write a thank you card. So the first lesson we learn is to avoid such negativity and such negative people. Korach's negativity rubbed off on some of his neighbours, the tribe of Reuven, and it brought them down with him. The question is, though, why do we need to learn about all this? Why don't we focus, say, on the stories about good people? Instead of learning about the rebellion, why don't we learn about people who did what they were told and things worked out well for them and they were successful? Surely that would make for a more powerful lesson. So today is my late grandfather's yahrzeit. Today marks 3 years since my grandfather passed away, and I miss him dearly. We were really close, and in my early days as a rabbi, when I wasn't as overconfident and sure of myself as I am now, I often used to run things by him. He taught me a lot. I remember being at a family simcha about 20 years ago. It was a very formal affair, and by formal I mean there were lots of boring speeches that we had to sit down and listen to quietly. Well, luckily I was sitting next to my grandfather, and one guy got up to speak, and he spoke, and he spoke, and he spoke. And I don't know if I was paying attention for the first 60 seconds, but I certainly wasn't paying attention as this speech just went on and on. And my grandfather saw this, and he elbows me, and he says, "Are you bored?" "Oh yeah," I replied, "I'm bored." He says, "So watch him and learn from him how not to speak in public. Look at what he's doing wrong and make sure you don't repeat the same mistake." Now that was a big part of my grandfather's philosophy, in using every single opportunity as a learning moment. Why do I say this? Because I think that this episode, this short story, explains why we need to study stories like Korach. Because of course we need positivity, and of course we need positive role models. But there are two very different ways of teaching about the importance of making peace and not quarrelling. One way is to look at the havoc wrought by people like Korach who are looking for trouble. We read a parasha like this one, the story of Korach, and we should be inspired never to stir up such trouble. Korach goes down in history as the epitome of an argumentative rebel. We don't know about any of the good things he did. We just know he was an argumentative guy. Keep away from him. The other way is to look at someone who is a peacemaker and learn from their ways. I have my positive role models, people who are always looking to compliment and assist other people rather than disparage and cause other people to join in their complaining and their moaning and all that negative energy. People who are looking to quarrel and start up with others, those aren't my role models. I have my role models. It's up to you to look for yours. I'll leave you with that thought. Have a wonderful day.